Why, hello there, science fiction and fantasy stereotypes alike. Shams Nelson here from Fantastic Anatomy, and today's video, I got a comment from Ricardo on the very first video I ever uploaded to my channel, which is a Fantastic Anatomy drawing series lesson 1. And the whole idea was that was to learn anatomy in a very easy step-by-step method and to have fun while creating interesting characters by kind of ignoring proportions so that your characters end up all crazy. You can make aliens and dwarves and elves and whatever using that method. And so he asked me to do a 3/4 view version of that. And I thought I was going to try to break it down just as simply and stuff, but I realized I need more time for that. And I really want to make a full-blown Fantastic Anatomy course after I've studied anatomy more in depth and come back and simplify it and make it fun and stuff. So I'm going to go and do that later on in my life down the line. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see that later on. But for now, I thought, okay, let me do what I can, and I'm going to show you 3 ways to draw the head from 3/4 view. And it'll keep the Fantastic Anatomy philosophy of kind of ignoring proportions and having fun with it, but it's not going to be quite as step-by-step and thorough as I'd like it to be. So let's get started. So the first one I'll do is kind of keeping in the same Fantastic Anatomy what's it called, style, which is to draw the skull, kind of just starting with the eyes. So in Fantastic Anatomy, we draw the skull. You should watch the first video, actually, that I made. I mean, it's really dated, but I still think it's a really fun method, and I still do this from time to time. But basically, you just draw a skull, like let's make the jaw too big, and let's make the head kind of crazy like that, right? Even lopsided, doesn't matter. Some ears on it. And then in all the features in a kind of step-by-step way, and you end up with like a character. So let's start doing that with the skull. Now, with the eyeballs, I would make, in the old method, I'd say you can make them any shape you want. You can do like that. You can do like crazy triangles. See what happens. Like, let's say what happens if we do a crazy triangle. Let's just try that real quick. Alright, he's got like pumpkin eyes. Then we put the eyeball in there. You see, and then like, let's make this brush a little thinner. Okay, then the eyebrows are going to kind of follow that. I don't know. It's kind of giving me an interesting character. Very strange, you know? So, so keeping with that, like, all right, let's make the nose too big, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. And you'll see that everything, like, is, see, this is why it got complicated, because I'm trying to keep it simple, but when you get to 3/4 views, it significantly complicates things. So the eye sockets kind of go on this plane right here. So this is where the nose would be. Okay, so so it's got this forward tilt. Now you can ignore that if you want and do your thing and enjoy your life, but yeah, that's like technically correct. Then you're gonna want the cheekbones. All right. So you could just put them in like that. Let's make this little too long too, and then we'll have the jaws come. I think, yeah, I think it comes a little bit like right around where the cheekbone comes out, like that, okay. And then for the skull, you're gonna want, so if it's a male character, usually they have a big ridge in the front. If it's female, it'll be smoother. So let's make this guy more masculine, and I'm not going to worry about, like, I'll show you in the other 2 methods. We're going to be a little more precise about things for the center line and stuff like that. But for this one, let's just go like that. Then, just get it so it's not just a head floating in space. Let's curve the neck back. So it's going to connect right around here behind the ears. Okay, just 2 curves back. Choose a point. So here's like the center. This is a little too far. You're going to want to go a little back. Choose a point somewhere around here. That's where the sternum will come in. Will be the top of the sternum, I think, and put out 2 things like that for the collarbones, and we're just going to leave it like that, okay? That's all we're going to do for the, as far as the bust goes in this. Oh no, I like this guy. Alright, I'm just going to move this guy over because he's my friend now. And I don't want to destroy him. I might destroy him at the end. Alright, cool. So, so then, alright, you know what, at the end I'll put in the features, but let's go through another way of doing the construction, because that's where it mostly changed. So the second one let's do is the center line. Okay, so we just kind of Create a curved center line. I wonder if I've never tried it doing like convex like this or something like that. That's where the fantastic part of fantastic anatomy comes in. You can experiment, but let's keep it more or less basic. And so then this way you can kind of keep an idea of where everything is in relation to each other. So again, I'm doing kind of crazy stuff, so I'm making it more round. And then let's make this one, we made it too long, let's make this one a little short. This thing pops back like that, like that. And then see, this is kind of going to be the center line. So if it goes back like this, I'm kind of thinking of this as one piece, and then it curves back. So keeping that feel. And then let's give him a little draw. This looks like he's going to be like some kind of gnomish character, maybe. So let's give him a big ears. Why not? And then remember the neck comes from here. So you're just going to curve it back like that. Drop the sternum in. 2 lines. This guy's a little skinnier, so this one popped out a little more, so he's got a little more muscle. This one will come in like that, because he's got a little less muscle. So that's a trapezius muscle, so the more defined it is, the stronger the character will appear. So let's make the last character super buff. Alright, see you later, dude. I'm going to name him Fonzo. Peace out, Fonzo. Alright, cool. I forgot how much fun it is doing this fantastic anatomy method. I feel like I'm slowly brainwashing and ingraining the words fantastic anatomy in you. I say them a lot in this video, I guess. Anyways. Alright, so last method, let's start with a circular shape. And we're going to add a mask onto it. Like that. So that would be a pretty basic human mask kind of thing. Something like that. And that's pretty much it. Then let's throw in the neck. Oh yeah, and then you can add a little sniffly. I've been sick for the past few days. And then you can kind of build a skeleton onto there. Right, put in the ear somewhere like that. Oh yeah, I wanted to make this guy more muscular. Alright, so how would I do that? Have the neck be really thick and straight. More like that. And then the trapezius, and so wait, let's see, get the color coming down. And then the trapezius muscle, see it's even like hidden his chin, because it's so puffed out. Something like that. I don't know, I'm not really feeling it that much. Why doesn't he look as buff as I want him to? Oh, I think because he needs to be more wide-shouldered, this should come farther out. Alright, cool, let's go ahead and go with that. I don't like how they're kind of like going up. So let's turn it like that. Cool, now they're a little more on even level. Great, so I'll lower the opacity a little bit. If you did this in pencil, then you just do this kind of stage a little lighter and make a new layer so I can be a little cleaner about this. Alright, so let's talk about the features, going left and right again. First thing to kind of start with usually is the eyes. And so the eyes are a little more, there's a little space between the edge here. And the thing I first often do is the top lid, like that, and then the bottom lid. Okay, and on this side, something like that. This one looks like it's coming up, so let's make it come up here too. Okay. And then you can add the pupils. Okay. Then the eyebrows, let's say it starts here, and they kind of like come around like that, almost like they're going to connect there, but they don't. So let's just do something like that. The nose. So the nose is going to stick out. This is pretty flat, and actually this should be a little more farther out, because technically it would look something like this. Because there's this little ridge. But that's the thing, I'm trying to keep it simple for this fantastic anatomy, and I'm not sure what's important to put in and omit, and that's why I'm just kind of saying like, alright, here are 3 methods, and it'll at least get you started drawing guys from 3/4 view if you're just trying to get a grip on that and trying to have fun with it instead of really being like so methodical. I mean, there are great things like Andrew Loomis, and there's tons of tutorials, whatever, all sorts of people who do that. But okay, let's go. This one we'll do the fantastic anatomy method, which is let's make a circle for the front of the nose. So this guy looks a little sharp, so let's not give him a big nose. Or you know what? Let's give him a kind of triangular nose, but we'll make it big. Let's see what that looks like. And then the nostrils. So there's one, and then the other one's going to be behind, so we don't need to worry about that. Then this is going to come in up into the nostrils, and then it'll wrap around like this. Okay, and then this is going to. Sometimes there's a break here, so let's add that like that. So it kind of change directions, and it kind of comes like that. All right, and then this part of the nose will be more in shadow. Okay, and then we can erase some of these. I don't like how that nose came up. Let's make the front. I like making this piece a little bit sticking out a little more, and then let's do that. There we go. Now I'm feeling it. Feeling it a little more. At least. Alright, there's that little thing that goes down here. You can exaggerate that or not if you want. I'll put it in on this one. And then the lips, so you got the top of the lip here, and it's going to kind of follow this, you know, like that. Okay. I have a whole video about how to draw the mouth and stuff like that. So, I think it's pretty basic. The other video makes it pretty basic. So kind of just following this shape. One here, you can choose 2 points, still somewhere on the face. And then on the bottom one, usually you don't close it off unless they're wearing lipstick, but just hint where the bottom lip is there. Maybe put a little shadow to show that the lip is sticking out. Okay. And then, alright, let's see what else we got. We just kind of got to outline the face. Let's give him an ear first. We'll make the ear a little bit pointy because he looks like he's some kind of alien creature. Again, I have a video about doing the ear and stuff. The cover photo or the beginning of the video is a horrible painting, but I promise you the tips in the video are better than the painting in the beginning. I'm gonna have to redo that video, or I feel like I have to redo all my videos, but no, they have good tips. They have good tips. It's just that my art skills aren't where I'd like them to be. All right, and then I guess you just kind of go around and follow the contours of the face, just like in the Fantastic Anatomy method. And I won't go into hair because that's a whole nother thing. But my one tip for hair, if you want to add that at this stage, is to make like a big shape. So let's say I make like, like some anime hair. So start off with like a big shape and then go in and refine it. So I'll give this guy some hair, why not? Let's do it. Let's enjoy our lives. Alright, there's a muscle that comes down like here. And so you can either hint on it this side or that side, or both if you want, I guess. And then let's say it's a guy, so he's got his Adam's apple, which is like 2 bumps. So you kind of can draw the 2 bumps, and I would say get rid of these extra ones unless you want them, but sometimes less is more. Alright, so cool. I think we got our first character. If you want to do some shading, you could do some shading there, some shading under the eyes, some shading under the nose. And then here there's a muscle that attaches, so it might not be, unless they're really gaunt, then you could keep that, but I could keep some shading like that. Alright, and then we've got this guy right here. Cool. Let's see what it looks like without the bottom layer. Alright, whatever. Anyways, we were starting to create a character. Alright, cool, let's go on to the next guy. So another way you can do things is drawing the eyeball. See how the eyeball sits inside? So the socket's a little bit bigger than the eyeball. And because the eyeball's inside the socket, it's like relaxing in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Then you just kind of wrap the top lid over, and usually you don't want to, unless they're wearing eyeshadow again, like makeup, you don't want the bottom lid to go all the way. You can even get away with omitting the bottom lid altogether, but you can hint at it too. Give him some eyebrows, kind of following the contour of this eye socket that I gave him. And then so another way I like to do noses is just to draw a big kind of, how do I describe it? This kind of shape, okay? And then it can be more smooth, it can be longer on the bottom, it can be, but then we have to turn it 3/4 now. So that means this little part is going to be more on this side. So you end up with shapes more like this. You see? If it's long like that. So this is, it's like how it was in the front like that, but this part is moved over a little bit. Yeah, it kind of goes like that, and you'll see how, I think you can already see, but I like using this even with more realistic drawings because it helps you get the placement of the nose really easily. So then you can just come in here and kind of like refine the nose a little more, keep the bottom plane darker, and you can even like add a little highlight, maybe something like that. Okay, and then maybe for the mouth it's just a line and then the bottom line. You don't have to get more fancy than that. Let's give them a little, we could put a little chin by adding a circle and then going around, some crazy little chin. And maybe some sideburns, since we're going to give this guy hair. Let's make him really crazy. Alright, what's that? He's got his big ears. Super big apparently. I'll just sketch this guy real quick because I think and then the hair, kind of following the hairline, whatever, and then I have the basic shape, and I can come in here and start refining it more, kind of deciding what I want to do with it. Something like that. Okay, cool. And then the last guy, let's see, is there another way we can draw eyes or other features? Do I have another method, or should I just draw this guy out? I can start with the ear. Let's see, I'll just start drawing them out, and if I think of anything, I shall share it. One thing is the corners of the mouths kind of like usually dip in a little bit. They're a little dark, so you can do it like that. And sometimes, yeah. Anyways, if you want, you can just work straight off of here. This guy is pretty basic. Not really feeling him as much. You don't get a name, sir. You shall be called Nameless, the Unnamed. Alright, cool. I think I'm going to wrap this video up. So I hope this was helpful and get you guys started drawing some characters from 3/4 view. And it's not the most scientific method, but I think it's pretty fun. So yeah, peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.